The reports we are getting from our medical teams there are appalling. Not only they found more than 280 bodies in a mass grave, which was left by the Israeli army after they've occupied the area, but that mass grave was in the area of a hospital, Nasser Hospital. More than that, many of the victims in that mass grave could not be identified because their bodies have decomposed badly. In addition to the fact that some of the bodies were found decapitated, and many of the bodies were found without their internal organs, some even without their skin, which means there is a very good possibility that the Israeli army have used the internal organs of these people killed for their own purposes. It's a very difficult scene to see, and it shows a serious level of atrocity that adds to the war crimes that the Israeli army is committing now in Gaza.
He said a lot there, and I want to give you a chance to respond to what he said.
Well, first of all, much of what he said is totally baseless and out of his imagination. Stories about decapitations and skinnings and Israeli soldiers in the middle of fighting, digging mass graves, that's unfounded. It cannot be, it hasn't been, and he says it, and you give him all this airtime as if he's a journalist, as if he's in the field. It's unfounded. That's one thing. Secondly, he made a sweeping accusation of everybody about everything, including all the Western governments, which he accused of being hypocritical in seeking a two-state solution. This is, of course, also a fantasy. The fact is this, that the whole Western world, including Israel, championed the two-state solution ever since the Oslo process was launched in 1993, and the ones who rejected it continuously and repeatedly were the Palestinians. What he is right about is that as in the aftermath of all this, Israel indeed ended up with the current government, with the Netanyahu era, which is indeed about rejecting any thought or any concept or any possibility of a two-state solution. This is the result of all the violence to which they resorted